Yo, what's up YouTube? I done tried making this video like 3 times already, but I kind of felt like it was ass, so I had to remake it again. Anyways, this is gonna be a story time. It's gonna be about how I got arrested during a sneaky link, right? Crazy, I don't know. Shit just happened to me, bro. Anyways, yeah, so we gonna take it all the way back to literally like last year. Long story short, I had a birthday party with one of my homeboys, and she was there, and we kind of just like clicked off the birthday party. So I texted her once, I don't think she answered, and I kind of just left her alone after that. But then we met up at the same party, and then we kind of got to talking, and you know, we went from there. This is gonna be like the second time I have met her, because we already went on the first date. The second time she's gonna be at my crib, so I'm already like game planning. You bring a girl over to the crib, you already got devious, you know, negative thoughts on your mind. So I'm already thinking like, I got everything laid out, you know, I'm gonna get the lights, you know, I got the little LEDs, I'm gonna get the candles, we smell good, everything, house clean, everything. I go up there, I scoop her, get there to the crib. Now everything did not go how I anticipated at the crib. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to speak game. It's just not working though. She was kind of like trying to play our court. But it started getting real late. So, you know, I transitioned over to the room. Long story short, we ain't do nothing. We was in the crib, we was just kind of like wrestling in the bed, like playing around and stuff like that. So I leave now, right? And every time I leave the house, I gotta keep that thing on me. So I grab my wallet, I grab my my backpack. I even gotta show it, the same bag. Hold on, real quick, 1 second. This same very backpack, right? This is like my favorite backpack. So I always keep this backpack on me. I have my essentials in here every time I leave the house. At this time, I wasn't really thinking, right? So it's like 4 in the morning, honestly. So it's late as hell. And my tint is blacked out. Like you can't see inside my shit. I got 5% all around. Even on the windshield, I got 5%. And that's just me. Like I don't recommend anyone do that shit, because I got put over way too many times for my tints alone. Even from when I had a Honda. All of my cars blacked out, 5% all around. You can't see it. I'm driving, right? I wasn't, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this is a big thing. So this is my fault, right? This is my fault. The Dodge has this feature where you could keep the daytime running lights on, like just the white lights on, and the back tail light on as well. However, there's another feature where you could just put the daylight running lights on and the tail lights off. And I wasn't paying attention. I put that feature on, so you can see my daytime running lights, just the white lights, but then there is no tail light at all. Like there's no tail light, so you couldn't see the back of my shit. And my tail light is tinted as well too. So even when I brake, you could barely see that shit. And this is on me. Like there's nobody else's fault but my own fault. I'm driving. All of a sudden, in the corner of my eye, I see a car peel off behind me. And I'm just like, as soon as that happened, I knew that was police. It's 4 a.m., there's nobody on the road. I checked my speed real quick to make sure I wasn't speeding. I was 45. I'm driving 45 in a 45, so I'm good there. As soon as I pass by, I see a no headlights car turn behind me. So I'm like, fuck. So I keep driving, right? And this is what I do next. This is the mistake number 2 that I made, right? My dumb ass, to make myself not more obvious than I already am, I switched to another lane. Why would I do that? I don't know, bro. I didn't put no blinkers on too. I just like swerved into the next lane. So then what happens? Of course, he swerved into the next lane. So I'm like, all right. So then my dumb ass gonna swerve back into the lane again. Keep in mind, I'm in the middle lane. I swerve to the right lane. I swerve back to the middle lane. And then I do it again. Then he follows me back into the lane. I swerve back into the right lane. He swerve back into the right lane. I swerve back into the middle lane. He swerve back in the middle lane. I'm like, bro. And I really don't know what in my mind thought that this was a good idea to do, to keep switching lanes. Cause now I just look obvious as fuck. Like this nigga's gonna pull me over. In my mind at the time, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he's really not following me. But after them like 3 lane changes, yeah, he's about to pull me over. So I keep driving and there go the lights on. Shit. Immediately, like my first thought is about the fire that I got, right? I'm not legal, so I can't own a firearm at all. And this is before, like, Florida just passed a law. I live in Florida, if y'all didn't know, but Florida just passed a law that states now that if you are over the age of 21, you could legally carry a firearm without having a CCW, which is a concealed weapons permit. That law was not into play yet, right? So I'm just like, fuck. Like, I have a loaded firearm right in my council. I wasn't really like in touch with Florida firearm laws back then as I am now. Even back then, you could still legally carry a firearm. I believe it's as long as you're over the age of 18 and it's not within your reach or your possession. But I wasn't too sure, and me being a black male in America at 4 a.m. in the morning, I didn't want to take no chance. So I told the girl, keep in mind, this girl barely knows me, bro. I said, here, nigga, put it in the bag. And she looked at me crazy. She's like, I'm not touching that shit. Bro. Like, what you mean you're not touching it? She's like, I'm not getting my fingerprints on it. But I understand the situation. She don't know who I am. I could be like a serial killer or something. Like, imagine that gun had like 3 bodies tied to it. And keep in mind, I'm still driving. So the longer I'm driving without pulling over, now it's looking real suspicious. So I go and I grab the gun. I just pulled over into like the left lane, right where the median would be. So real quick, took the gun, I unloaded it, I put an empty clip in there, I stuffed that in the bag real quick, right? So all she did was like, she kind of like zipped it up for me though. She kind of zipped it up, which is nice. She gets real panicky, right? Nothing is said. She rolls down her windows and she puts her hands out the window like these. And I'm just like, okay, like, what the fuck are you doing? They didn't tell us to put our hands out. And I just put my hands on the wheels like these. And this is not my first time being pulled over, but I'm just like, it's my first time being pulled over at nighttime. I lied, no, I lied. It's my first time being pulled over with someone else in the car. So I'm more worried about like her safety than anything else. License or registration, cool. I give him like license and registration. And what I did not peep, this is what I did not peep. This is the mistake number 3, okay? So that whole time when I took the clip out the gun, I put it right on the fucking center console, bro. Oh my God. That was my 3rd biggest mistake. When I took the clip out the gun, I did not put the clip in the bag. I put it on the center console, bro. I put it on the center console when I'm reaching for my wallet to give to him. Oh, man. So many mistakes were made. He's like, do you have any weapons in the car? Nope. He's like, are you sure? Upon realization, once I go to grab my wallet and give him my thing, I see the fucking magazine right here. So what I do is I grab my phone and I put my phone right over the fucking magazine, as if that nigga did not spot that shit. I'm thinking I'm so slick with it, right? Like, cause he definitely seen it and I'm thinking he didn't. So when I reach for my wallet and I see the magazine right there, I go and I put my phone, I just slap my phone right on top of it and I give him the thing. So she gives her thing too. He comes back, he's like, are you sure there's no weapons in the car? And I'm like, nope, there's nothing in the car. And he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna have you step out the car. And in my mind, I'm still thinking I'm good. You know, you need probable cause to search your car. My car, I don't smoke weed, so my car don't smell like weed or nothing like that. She don't smoke weed. Nothing that you could visibly see in my mind that you could visibly see in the car. So I step out the car, you know, he pats me down. He puts me in cuffs too. He didn't put a girl in cuffs, he put me in cuffs. So I'm just like, what the fuck are you putting me in cuffs for? He's like, you're being detained. I'm like, what the fuck am I being detained for? Like, this is just a traffic stop, right? Whole time though, with the gun in the car, you know, I wasn't peeping game. I go sit my ass on the curb, and then he gets to the flashlight, right? He gets to the flashlight. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna give you one last chance. He's like, is there any weapons in the car? And I started getting a panicking. It was taking a while. Like, he was going back to the car, to me, back to the car, to me. My heart was beating like this. And I would never feel this type of way if it was just me, but I saw it to someone else. It's like, I didn't want her to go down for something I did. And I folded, I ain't gonna lie, I folded, I ain't gonna lie. I folded and I'm just like, yeah, I got a firearm. And he's like, where's it at? And I said, it's in the backpack. He's like, I knew it. I said, as soon as you put your phone down over the magazine, I knew we had a problem. And then just all kind of fell apart from there. So I'm just sitting like with my hands behind my back. You know, she chilling on the sidewalk. She was taking videos and shit. And I'm just like, nigga, what? Like, but my mind the whole time, I was just thinking about what's gonna happen to me. The area I was passing through was pretty close to my parents' house. I'm just thinking like, bro, like, they gonna tow my car. Like, I'm gonna have to call my mom from jail, everything like that. And it's like 4 in the morning, bro. Like, I don't wanna have to put them through this. And I see another cop car pull up. I'm like, oh, fuck, bro, here we go. So he gets to searching, he searches my whole shit. He found, I got a karambit knife in there too, which it's not illegal at all. It's in the glove box. I had 2 knives in my car. I had that and I had a Bowie knife too. Why do I have some weapons in my car? Nigga, I'm ready for whatever. I'm going like ballistics or whatever to make sure that my firearm come back clean. This is a clean firearm, so I wasn't too worried about that. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to prison. Like, nah, I never want to like discipline my parents or anything like that. So he was taking a long time running that shit. And then like he came out of the car like after his other buddy came, and he's like, yo, you in any gangs? Like, you been to Ohio recently? Your name look familiar. And I'm like, hold on, nigga, like, no. I started asking me if I was in this state. I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm like, what? Like, nigga, like, what you trying to throw on me? So after a good, like, I'm in these cuffs for a good 30 minutes, bro. Like 30, 40 minutes, on God. I'm just sitting here thinking about life, nigga. I went through all 5 stages of grief. And he came back to me. He was a black dude, though. That's how, you know, nigga got me. He's like, I could have arrested you tonight, but I'm gonna let you go. He's like, I'm gonna be checking on you. I got your license plate. I know where you live. All that scary shit. He's like, I'm gonna be checking on you. He said, like, if I pull you over again, you're gonna be going to jail, but I'm gonna let you go tonight. And then the relief, I'm just like, oh, like, thank you, nigga. Like, damn. Uncuffed me. He did write me a ticket for a traffic violation for not having my taillights on. Cool ass officer. I don't remember his name. I probably have the citation. I'll probably throw it up on the screen if I could find it. I got a folder of like court citation shits and whatever. So if I find it, I'll throw it up there. But yeah, that was that. And I drove off. Yeah, it was kind of like laughing off, and I just told her, I'm like, bro, that's gonna be a story you're gonna tell your mama one day if I meet her. I said on some like goofy shit, and I was kind of mad on my whole time, like, that, why didn't they put your ass in? It could have been her gun. So I'm just like, why y'all didn't put her in cuffs? Y'all only put me in cuffs, but whatever, we're not gonna talk about that. Drive her home, drop her off. After I dropped her off, I pulled into like a little church parking lot. I thought they was gonna take my gun or some shit like that the whole time. Like, that's the excuse I told him. He's like, oh, why you got it? And I'm just like, oh, I should protect myself. You know, he's like, why didn't you tell me you had it? I'm like, oh, I thought y'all was gonna take it. Y'all thought they was gonna take it. And best believe, I made sure that my taillights was on after that. I made sure my taillights was on after that. Yeah, that was the story of how I basically was down bad during a little sneaky link. Sneaky link didn't even end up going in my favor. Make sure you drive with your taillights on, and make sure your tints, drive your taillights on at 4 in the morning, please. And make sure that your shit is straight. You know, I'm still cool with a girl now to this day. So like, everything got worked out really for me. If you stayed this long to watch, I appreciate you. I'm really gonna try to stay on this YouTube grind. I've been doubting myself too long with this shit. So it's about time I really actually made an effort to really go stupid with it. So yeah. Other than that, I'm not gonna talk your heads off. Appreciate you staying this long. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.